James Version of the Bible, Hebrews 11 verse 1 states, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen." Good day, my name is Dr. Sharifa Clark, and I'm here today to really dive in a little bit deeper on this thing that we call faith and how a lack of faith is really the presence of a lot of fear, or even the presence of just some fear. What I want you to do before we get started, I want you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell and go ahead and like this video. All right, so faith. I've spoken about faith before. Faith is one of those things that is near and dear to my heart because without faith, there's a lot of things in my life I do not think I would have been able to accomplish had I not had that strong faith in God, neither having that faith in myself. Now, I have also spoken about situationship faith. So like situationship, you know what a situationship is. We know what a situationship is, but we can have situationship with faith. So I'm going to actually link that video. I'm going to probably put one of those little cards up top, or I might link it in the description. I'm not sure which one is yet. But when you have a lack of faith, it just means that you have the presence of fear. And I know that conquering fear or increasing your faith is not an easy task. It's not something that's easy to do. It seems easy. It sounds easy, right? But I know it's not easy. But you have to take those small steps towards overcoming that fear and to building your faith. Because if you don't take those small steps to get into where you're trying to get, you're never going to get there. Now, in my life, I have had some things and I will do some story times later on down about just different situations in my life where my faith, I know 100% is what brought me through. You know, I know that my faith is what brought me through, because had I not had that faith in God, had that faith in myself, believed in myself and let that fear go, I know that there are certain things just would not have been accomplished at all. Now, let's kind of break this down a little bit. Let's talk about fear. A lot of us have what we call fear of failure. And it's so funny. It is funny because the first time I actually heard that phrase was on a TV show. It was on an episode of Family Matters when Steve was telling Carl about his fear of failure about something, and he called it FOF. And it never left my mind. And I was a kid. I was like, what, Family Matters ended in 1997, and that episode probably came on one of those earlier seasons. So I was what, 9, 10 or something like that when I saw these episodes. But that never left my mind when Steve told Carl that he had FOF, fear of failure. And at the end of the day, fear of failure is 100% real. That is why a lot of us never try to do the things that we have inside of our mind. We have these ideas, we have these plans, and a lot of times we never actually venture out and try these things because you're so afraid of failing that you don't even get up and try. But I'm here to tell you today, you can never fail if you never try. Meaning, if you never actually get out and try, you're never going to accomplish it. It don't matter what you're trying to do. If you never get up and try, you're never going to accomplish it. If you right now, you are afraid of taking an exam or taking some kind of licensing exam because you're afraid of failing the exam, guess what? You're never going to be licensed in whatever you're trying to get licensed in. Why? Because you never took the test. So you failing didn't do anything because you never took the test, so you're never going to get that license. Point blank, period. If you're thinking about starting a business, well, you know what? That business is not going to be successful. You know why? Because you didn't start it. How could something that never gets started ever become successful? If it never starts, there's no way it's going to be successful because you haven't started it. You didn't even try to start it. The worst that could happen is if you fall down, you get up, you dust yourself off, and you try again. That's it. I'm going to use myself as an example. With this YouTube channel, I started this like 2 years ago, and I'm pretty sure it should be further along now, but I let it fall off, right? Because again, I was feared that if I kept doing the videos, maybe it won't branch off, and I still don't know what's going to happen. However, had I just sat there and not post for you guys, I don't know what would happen. But the one thing I do know is that I have had at least one person say, you know what, something that you posted has really made a positive impact on my life. And at the end of the day, that's one of my goals, and it's been accomplished. So the fact that one person got something from, like, each video, one person gets something from it, that's it. I have accomplished the main objective of this channel at the end of the day. So I want you guys, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, what you want to achieve, just say, listen, devil, get thee behind, and say, listen, regardless of what happened, at the minimum, I'm going to make an effort to try to do something towards this dream, towards this test, towards whatever it is that you're trying to do. Because at the end of the day, if you don't make that first effort to do anything, God can't bless something that you don't do. At the end of the day, God helps those who help themselves. I don't want to seem so harsh, but it is what it is. God ain't just going to give you a license and you ain't take no test. What that look like? Oh, here go a license to go do this, but you ain't never took a liquor test. You can't do that. However, if you study for this test and you say, you know what, God, I need your help for me to remember this information that I'm studying, and then you go take the test, yes, God is going to help you to remember that information so you can be successful on your test. Oh, you want to do this business? You know what, God, please bless me as I'm about to venture out in this business. Please guide me. Please give me the avenues. Please help me with the marketing, whatever it is. Okay, you started it. God is going to give you the resources you need to make that business successful. And then another thing with fear, sometimes you have people in your life that ain't helping you. They're telling you that, oh, well, you know what? That's not a great business idea because I know Ray and I know Tom who did it and they weren't successful. Who cares what Ray and Tom did? That's Ray's and Tom's problem. This is your business. This is going to be your anointing. So do not let people who are telling you that what you're planning on doing is not going to be successful deter you either. Because at the end of the day, those people don't need to be in your life. And those people don't need to know your business. Let me tell you, I am a very private person. Yes. I know that y'all probably hate this. People who are on YouTube, people like, I'm a very private person, but yet you're on YouTube making videos. No, I'm a very private person. Trust and believe. And I'm not going to let you know something unless I really want you to know it. Okay? And I mean, sometimes some of my friends get upset because they feel like Sharifa just be not telling us certain things and be holding back and things like that. But no, everything in my life, I pray. Before I do something, I pray. And sometimes when I pray, it says, what comes into my spirit is this information about this particular thing. Keep it to yourself until whenever you need to let that out. And that's what I do. Sometimes you don't have to let everybody know everything. Sometimes you need to be working on what you're working on, and the only people who need to know is you, God, and the people who you're working on the venture with. And if the only person is going to be you and God, well, it's going to be you and God. Point blank, period. So you need to, number one, shake yourself up, okay? Number two, believe that God is going to help you as long as you're doing the things you need to help yourself. And number three, know that even if you fall down, all you do is dust yourself off, get up, and try again. Yes, you may want to take a moment or two to shed a tear or two or sit down and pout for a moment or two. That's fine too, because you're human. But best believe you're going to do that, and then you're going to dust yourself off, and then you're going to get at it again. because that's how you overcome fear of failure and how you walk into what God got for you. All you need is a push, all you need is a little start. Faith is something where you just need to believe that God always have your best interests at heart. Just know that if it's in God's plan for your life, if you're doing the things that you need to do in accordance to that plan, things are going to work out how God desires it to do so. So I really hope that this message touched you. I hope this message inspired you. And you know what? I want you to tell me, put in the comments, let me know what you have been not doing that you're afraid of doing. Let me know something that you've been basically being held back because of your own self, because of your own fear. Drop it in the comments and let me know what that is. Until next time, you guys. Again, I'm uploading every day this week. So I really hope that has been helpful for you. And no, I will not edit that out because you're going to see it. Hopefully this was helpful for you.